Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another weekly Geek episode. I am the lateral tongue movement, Kirkland Patzer.
Ooh, hey, my name is Dylan Moss. I can't compete with that nickname. That's too good to be true.
I was gonna just do like the motion, but looking out for the audio listeners, that would have no idea what I'd be doing for that pause. This is a very special episode because both Dylan and I are standing right now. I don't know if there's ever been just two people casting and then both those people standing while doing a podcast remote, at least in the Geekverse history. I don't think it's ever happened before.
I don't think so. I mean, I've been implementing the standing for maybe a year. I mean, I just got this standing desk recently, but even then I would like pile a table on top of a table just to get it set up. And this whole time you've been hiding a little secret of yours is that you have a standing desk. Yeah. So here we go. We're both up. We have a higher overall altitude than we normally do on the pod.
Absolutely.
So we'll
There's
see
gonna
how
be some
that
movement
affects our
going
heads.
on. I think I'm going to be less stationary than I normally am. Normally, I'm like, because I work standing, so I'm like, I'm happy to sit and just podcast that way. But, I've been in school lately, so it's just like 8 hours of just hunched over at a desk. It's good to stand every once in a while. I do my homework this way, standing up. It's really nice, getting the blood flow. But we're going to be doing this standing. I feel like really personal with you right now. I feel like you're right. I'm looking at you through a window and I'm just standing at like a standing bar.
Just two guys
just
standing
conversing
at a window talking to each other. That's pretty much what podcasting is virtually, I suppose.
Yeah. It's funny how podcasting kind of just evolved to used to just be the mic, center of the room, group of people, like no visuals, and it's just evolved. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think many people would be standing around a microphone with I don't know, no other visuals going on. But
that I don't like that imagery. I think the virtual standing seems fine, but if we were all hunched around a microphone, I don't know, that feels really weird to me. I don't like that.
Yeah. Even on Extra Life, I feel like there's not really there's moments where people might be standing if they're like playing their games or something. Yeah. But like not really to just talk and hang out like what we're doing right now.
Although that's what people do most often when they're talking to people, would you say, in their real life?
Yeah, absolutely. Like the around the water cooler
At least
talk.
50-50 odds, I would say. 50% of the time.
Yeah. I feel like mostly you'd be standing for like at least face to face. Just like think of like walking down the street or at the grocery store, like you're gonna sit to talk to someone. There's just so many random little interactions that you have throughout your day, and I feel like they're mostly when you're standing. But
now I'm really overthinking that. I'm like, do I talk to people more while I'm sitting or standing? And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a question to ponder on. But we're not going to be pondering on that question. We got a couple topics to be covering here in this week's Weekly Geek, but I don't know, nothing too crazy. It's going to be a pretty relaxed episode, which I'm happy to be joined by Dylan for this. And we're just going to get it going with some what we've been watching section. So I haven't really talked on podcasts in a while, like what I've been watching. So I don't really know what I've covered, whether it was like I just talked to you off cast or whatnot. So if I bring up something that I've already mentioned, tell me shut the fuck up. But I have a pretty short list. Couple TV shows that I've been banging through. The big one, well, maybe I'll save that one for a second. But the big one in my eyes, Shay and I rewatched Arcane, both seasons, season 1 and season 2. You've seen season 1, but not season 2, correct?
Yeah, I watched the first couple episodes of season 2, but it was like not fresh, and I was like, I don't remember what happened. I need to rewatch season 1, and then I just haven't done that, so I'm behind at this point.
That's totally fair. Yeah, no. So we rewatched it. First time I watched it, I thought it was really, really solid. Season 1 like really blew me away. Season 2, I was really disappointed with just some of like the character stuff. It was still a phenomenal show, very well made, well performed, all that, great voice actors. Well animated, but like I just really didn't love some of the decisions around like a certain character that I don't really want to talk about because it's kind of like the main plot of that season. And on a second rewatch, I definitely am a lot more open to it. Like I think I'm a lot satiated or just content with kind of what happens in the story, at least for like telling this story. The big thing that I feel like I kind of had issues with is they kind of completely remade a character in the game already to like fit the storyline. So he used to be this like hex tech machine, which he kind of is in the show, but like they just change it to a more like biological, like just greater than like being type thing, which I really wasn't a fan of. But now that it's just been out for a little bit longer, I feel like I've just kind of accepted it. So I did enjoy the story overall a lot more on the second viewing. But man, and I was always I feel like in the minority that I thought season 1 was much better than season 2. I still feel that way, and I feel like rewatching the show, knowing what I know now, season 1 hits so much harder. Like when you actually know what the fate of certain characters is, and just like the emotional stuff. It just I was like tearing up multiple times just rewatching season 1, and yeah, just the moments between Vi and Jinx are just so good. All the character, like I feel like season 1 is just a better like grounded like characters adventure, whereas like the second, it just gets really like universal almost, like stuff that they're dealing with. But yeah, it's so well made. Highly recommend that show to anyone, even if you're not a fan, even if you've never heard of League of Legends at all. It's so good. I can't wait for them to eventually put out their next project. I don't know if it's been like confirmed for a date or anything like that, but they have said they're going to be working on future projects. And I think what is alluded is like it's going to be in Noxus, which is a couple of the characters kind of come from there, and it's kind of touched upon in Arcane. I don't know if the next show is even going to be called Arcane or if they just completely change gears altogether. But yeah, there's just so much lore and stuff to pull from in that universe. So I mean, if the show is even half as good as what this one was, it's gonna be phenomenal, because this is definitely up there for my favorite shows of all. I think I had it on my list. If not, it definitely has to be on there for my top 10 TV shows. I think it is, but regardless, it's phenomenal. Yeah, and you should maybe finish it someday, Dylan. No rush. You know, I still haven't gotten to Reality Bites, so you can hold that over my head.
Yeah, it's not too long, right? Just an 8-episode moment for both seasons. So I definitely should. I mean, I'm behind on a lot of shows at this point in time, but yeah, that one definitely probably worth really putting the time in for it.
Yeah, for sure. And then the other big thing I wanted to bring up was Stranger Things. I watched the latest, I guess, first half of the new season. You haven't seen it, right? I'm not going to spoil it 'cause it's kind of fresh. Anyways.
You can spoil if you want to. I've watched like seasons 2 and 3, or I dropped off a while ago.
Yeah.
So
it's a rare place to jump in. Most people start with season 1. And
I did watch 1 as well, but I mean, I got to 2 or 3. Okay, I did word that weird, and you fucking immediately jumped on that.
It's because I'm standing. I could just like, I'm more agile.
Yeah, you're more aggressive now than you normally are. Word choice. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll avoid spoilers where I can, but I really enjoyed it. And for one that I feel like season 1, season 2 era, that was like my favorite show of all time. Like I was so in when those episodes were first dropping. Really just love the character. I love just everything about it. I like the sci-fi mystery, the like innocent humor that's in there. It was just really well made show. All the performance was really good. And then I feel like it's just been so long that I've just kind of like died down on my hype. And every time a new season's come out, I haven't rewatched the show, so that probably hinders my overall hype levels. Because like when this one was coming out, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll get to that at some point, but really was not rushing to get through it. I mean, we were watching Arcane when it dropped, so we didn't back burner that show, even though we had already seen that show to put on Stranger Things. Shay was a lot more excited than me, so yeah, we threw it on, and it kind of started with me just half watching. I was like just that level uninterested, but man, first couple episodes, I was just hooked right away again. And nice. I thought that maybe like the chemistry between the characters, it would just feel a little bit, what's the right word? Just not as peak as maybe I remember it being, but like right away, they're just so good together. All those characters, I thought they were going to be looking like, some of them definitely have aged significantly. Well, all of them since season 1, especially like the younger children, but they're still just firing on all cylinders. I think they're so great. Yeah, I like what this season is. It's definitely not my favorite season so far. I don't think it will get there unless the finale is really like, I don't know, I imagine it will be a tearjerker just because we've kind of been on this ride with these individuals for so long. But yeah, the first part, I really dug it. It's really it's just a really good looking show, obviously like big budget at this point. And yeah, I'm definitely vibing with it. So if you are not hyped, jump into it anyways, because I was not hyped, and I still really dug it. I think part 2 comes out like Christmas Day.
Rough.
So yeah, don't love that release time, but yeah, imagine there'll be. Oh, there you go. Hidalgo in the chat. Multiple deaths incoming in part 2. I imagine that is not a spoiler, and you're just assuming because that's kind
Yeah,
of
he's got the inside scoop somehow.
And he's just gonna ride off into the sunset like he always does on his horse. We'll never hear from him again. We'll never be a follow up. But digging that show, and that's kind of all I wanted to bring up because beyond that, I threw on a couple. Oh, actually, since you're here, I rewatched Moneyball. I've seen that movie so many times, and you made such a great case on like why that is just like one of your favorite movies of all time. And the more I watch it, I'm like, it's kind of sleeper pick, honestly. Like I feel like it kind of just slides into that. Every time I watch it, I'm just smiling. I just love it. I'm not a baseball fan whatsoever, but like I just get roped in on the romance that is baseball. Brad Pitt.
Every scene is good. Yeah. That's the thing.
It's so good. So I threw that on in the background when I was doing homework over the weekend, and it's just a good watch. So love it. And I think that's it. Watched a bunch of Tom Cruise movies a while ago, but I think I've kind of already talked about those.
Okay.
For whatever reason, there's just a shit ton of Tom Cruise movies that are leaving Netflix, and then in Netflix there's like the category, it's like things that are leaving soon, and I'm like, wow, gotta fire out some of these ones. So just put those ones on. Like American Made, I think I already talked about, and and then the other ones would have been even longer than that. So that's kind of all I've been watching as of late. But what about you, Dylan?
Yeah, I don't have much. Really, the one for me, it's similar to your Arcane one, is I've been rewatching Fallout Season 1.
Oh, nice.
I knew I wanted to do that before this new season came out because there's just a lot that happens in that show, and I have a terrible memory. So, yeah, I've been rewatching that. And, I'm not giving it my undivided attention. It's definitely like, 50% of the brain is focusing on this while I'm like tidying up or editing or doing random things. But it's been fun to rewatch that. It is such a great show. It's so fun. I feel like it really taps into all the different areas you'd want in like the Fallout universe that are interesting. And so I think I'm like right near the end of it, and I don't really remember exactly like how some of the fates end for some of these characters. So I definitely need to catch up on some of that. And because that comes out the 17th, I think it is when that first episode drops, which is kind of weird because I'm not going to be able to be on that episode for the first episode, and then the next 2 weeks are like, we're kind of on Christmas break, so I don't think we're going to cover those, so I probably won't jump in until like, midway through this new season, whatever, when we finally talk about it on the podcast again, but I'll definitely be watching it like as soon as possible. I'm excited for that show. And I've just been itching to jump back in, play some Fallout. So might be doing some of that as well. But that's been a good time to rewatch that one. I think I forgot how funny it is. Just a lot of good laughs in there, good moments. Effects look great. So that's been a fun rewatch because I don't really rewatch things very often. But for this one, I really wanted to catch up on the story, get up to date, and it's kind of nice to go through it. I just like my own pace, and also kind of like binging it to some extent too, not having to wait week to week to go through it, so I can just kind of remember things that happened more recently, more easily. So that's been pretty good, and not much other than that. I'm just I'm watching Survivor on a weekly basis. This season's almost over. Next season's gonna be a big one, so excited for that. And that's pretty much it, man. Yeah, not a ton. I don't think I've watched a movie in like a month maybe, so I haven't really seen anything lately.
Moneyball, man. It's time for it. 'Tis the season.
I was going to ask you, and I feel bad. I have not listened to the non-spoilers or any of the Running Man thing yet, but am I going to like that movie? Is that going to be a Dylan movie, or should I just not even watch it?
You're a Glenn Powell fan, aren't you?
As much as anyone.
What was your quick overall thoughts? I mean, you don't have to give me a review, but like, what did you think about the original Running Man with Arnie?
It's fine. Not great. Does it feel like an Edgar Wright movie? Like when you actually see it? Because the trailers did not feel like that.
I feel like you don't have to rush to get it.
Okay.
It might come up in a category or two for Golden Geeks. But like, okay. I'm gonna have to talk to Taylor about that. I'm not sure if Travis has seen it yet or not.
I imagine he will have seen
thoughts.
it. Yeah, I'm
Taylor
so
and I weren't
on...
like super peaked on it. So like if it was like a 10 out of 10 must see adventure, then absolutely
sure.
I would have given you that. But yeah, I don't think you have to rush to it.
Okay, that's good because I'm so behind on movies from this year. So if I can, any ones that I can avoid watching before Golden Geeks is helpful at this point. So yeah, I'll keep that one on the not even back burner, whatever's below the back burner, just like under
the fridge.
In the fridge, in the freezer, back of the freezer. It's got like the ice crusted all over. Yeah.
You didn't seal the freezer bag, so it's just all the frost got in there.
Oh
like
yeah,
Mr.
nasty
Freeze.
stuff. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. I mean, so that kind of answers what I was going to ask about. You haven't been watching any Christmas stuff, eh? Getting in the season. Doesn't look like you have a big tree up behind you.
No, I don't. I own roughly one small bag worth of decorations. So I maybe put a bit.
That's so sad. I'm sorry. It's just I picture it like in the corner of your closet, just collecting dust. Your little bag.
Oh, it's in the back of the freezer. Bags up a little bit. It's freezing over. It's Christmas.
With the Running Man right now.
Got to keep that stuff cold, for the season.
That's fair.
I don't own a lot of stuff anymore because of events from last year. But I haven't watched anything yet. I don't think I've really put music on, though. I've heard some music just in passing. So I guess it is December now. For me, that's the day when I can actually start watching this stuff. So maybe soon here. But I don't know. I haven't felt very Christmassy yet, I suppose.
Imagine you don't have snow or anything right now over there.
Absolutely not. Just rain.
Just rain. Yeah.
Just rain.
I mean, that's fair. It's only 2nd of December at the time of this recording. And if I'm being honest, I don't even have a tree up or anything yet. So, and I haven't watched any Christmas-related things.
Oh, okay.
It's just been school mode, and that's been my focus.
School mode.
But that kind of pivots us into a Patreon question, which I will bring up right now, which was sent in by the great Mike G. And there's a follow-up clarification attached to this, so don't jump right in once I finish speaking. Wait a minute. Mike G asks, you can only watch 3 Christmas movies for the rest of your life. Which 3 do you choose? And followed up with clarification, you can still watch any non-Christmas movies you want, but these are the only Christmas movies you have access to. I just realized I read that as Mike G also. That's not Superbad Mike, is it? Or is it Superbad Mike? Okay, yeah, there's... I'm just Ron Burgundy, man. If I read the teleprompter, I'm reading everything that's in there. But
some people, it's like, use the same name on everything, please, because I can't remember anything anyway.
Exactly. It's like Rapatica. I know who I'm adding, whether it's PlayStation, or Games Pass,
and sometimes I have to change the spelling because if it's like taken, then I'll like put 2 E's instead of an I or something. But yeah, I try and be consistent.
Yeah. Do you want to start the bidding with your 3 movies? Yeah.
This is pretty easy for me. So 1 and 2. I'm going to go with Home Alone 1 and 2.
Ooh, twofer.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, they might be like, oh, I gotta pick one. Which one is it? People usually have their go-to. I love both of them like equally, and they're the only... I think it's those 2 movies, and the third one I'll mention are like really the only 3 Christmas movies I watch every year. So this actually is pretty easy for me. There's other ones that I'll put on every once in a while, every few years. Like, I love The Grinch. The OG one's weird. I don't know. I watched it for the first time last year. Like
the animated one?
Yeah, like I hadn't watched it since I was like a kid or something. Mm-hmm. Fucking weird movie. But that was, that's a good one to put on like every like 5 years for me. And I feel like the Jim Carrey Grinch, that's like maybe every year, but like every 2 to 3 years, that's good for me. But Home Alone 1 and 2, they get put on every year no matter what. They're big ones for my family too, so even if I don't put them on, they're just playing at my sister's house or something. And then Elf with nice. the great Will Ferrell. Just another one. It's fun. It's hilarious. It's easy watching, and that one I think always just gets put on at least once a year as well. So really, those are only 3, like I said, that I actually guarantee get a watch out of me every single year. But I don't usually go too ham on the Christmas movies. I usually try and check out a new one or two. Like I watched the Jack Black one from last year, and the Hot Frosty, of course, that we all talked about. But yeah, like I don't have too many that are like in the constant rotation every year. So honestly, for me, kind of easy to answer this one, unfortunately.
Yeah. So just to clarify, 2 Home Alones, and then The Grinch or
Elf.
Okay, that'd be your 3.
Grinch. Jim Carrey's Grinch would maybe be number 4 if I.
That's fair.
I had to expand the list.
That's
if I made
totally
a Mount
fair.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
It'd be 2 Macaulay Culkins, Will Ferrell, and Jim Carrey.
Just wearing the same like toque also, and the two Macaulays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I have a very similar list to you, and my little honorable mention fourth would actually be Elf. So that's the one that didn't quite make it in. A lot of nostalgia for that movie. I used to watch it all the time when I would go to my auntie's house for whatever reason. I would just put it on, even if it wasn't Christmas. I feel like I would just be throwing on Elf. It was like a tradition when I was there. Love that movie so much, but I was really doubling down on like, hey, these are my 3 movies that I can only watch the rest of my life, and I feel like I wanted a little bit of flavor, a little bit of layering of my list. So that added to like the strategy element of picking my 3 here. So without further ado, my top 3. The one that kind of pushed well, actually, I'll start the other way. Super easy one without thinking. Original Home Alone. That is just my Home Alone. That's my Christmas movie. I've seen it probably like 90% more than I've seen Home Alone 2. I just remember a lot more quotes than I do from the second one, and yeah, absolutely love it. It's a fantastic Christmas movie. And then after that, I have How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey one.
Nice.
that one was like a lot more. I feel like Elf and that one were like really close to being tied. So like really either of them could have made it in there, I think, but getting into my strategy element, I didn't want just like all similar like family type movies. So my number 3 that I'm throwing in here to round off my list is The Night Before.
Okay.
I just feel like the humor is so my humor, and I absolutely love that movie. Every time I watch it, I'm like belly laughing. You got some great Michael Shannon in there.
Yeah.
So I for that reason, I'm like, I could watch this for the rest of my life. So I want like a little bit of the stoner humor mixed in with, you know, some great Christmas magic. So that's my 3 movies I have to pick, and unfortunately I have to kick Elf to the side, even though I love Will Ferrell.
I got him. I got him in there.
Yeah,
it's all good.
There you go. I'll come over to your house and we'll share movies.
Yeah, exactly. Night Before is a great show. Obviously, we did that retro. I think it was 2 years ago at this point. And I think I probably said on that episode, like, this one's going into the yearly rotation. So if I did say that, I clearly lied. But I do think it's pretty close. I think it's on that, like, every 2 to 3 years I got to put it on. So I think this year I'm due. So maybe I'll put that one on again.
Right on. So thank you, Superbad Mike, for the question on Patreon. And speaking of Patreon, I'm going to bring it up right now, because if you don't want to get another ad break ever while listening to the Geek First podcast, you want to jump on the Patreon, where if you go to the tier 2 phase and higher, you get everything early, ad-free, and exclusive. At the highest tier, we have our great Patreon producers. We've got Aaron Braden, April of Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Superbad Mike, Good God Loves Me 69, Charlie Randall, Cocktail Clay, John with No Age, and Sam Green.
Beautiful.
Thank you to each and every one of you for supporting us at the highest tier you can. And yeah, so I'm going to go to our first ad break.
Okay.
And you wouldn't be hearing this if you're on Patreon. So go check it out. Alrighty, we are back, ready to roll. Still standing. I feel like I got to work on my stamina, because I'm like kind of stepping as I'm going. I feel like I was a little too stationary there for a little bit. Maybe I was leaning too much on one side. I was starting to feel it a little bit in my lower back.
I think the limit for me is like hour and a half podcast. That's when it's getting rough.
Yeah. Okay.
Because yours isn't like one of those big crank ones. It looked like it was a pretty easy incline, right?
It's digital. So I made like 2 settings. So there's like a sitting mode and a standing mode. So
I got to do that. I don't know how to program that on this one, but it has that setting.
I don't remember. I feel like I did it and I threw out the instructions, and I'm like, I probably need these at some point.
Yeah.
But no, I'm keeping it this height. We'll find out what my limit is. It might be in this episode. We might find out. I might just collapse. I feel like I need like a fatigue mat also. I have one of those in my kitchen when I do dishes and stuff. That's like a must have.
That's a good point.
Or shoes or something. I'm just kind of on my vinyl floor, but I digress. Okay, the big juicy, one of the big juicy heads that is our topics tonight.
Juicy head.
I'm thinking about Mount Rushmore now, so I got the head visual going on. Dylan, you and I have both played and enjoyed some Helldivers, haven't we? In our day. I don't know if we played together, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I feel like I've always flaked out whenever
you were a
all
one
the
and
boys
done
were
kind of
together.
guy, right? Yeah, you jumped in with the GV boys on a night I couldn't, and then you just kind of haven't played again. Because you played it when it came out, closer to.
True. Yep.
Yeah.
I do want to get back in there, but who knows? Maybe the next time I'm going to be saying Helldivers is going to be on the big screen without a joystick in my hand, Whoa, isn't that kind of crazy? Or a joystick in my hand. Who knows? Interactive
Why not?
movies. Didn't what was it? Bandersnatch. That was the one that kind of did that, or that was just Netflix. So it had like
I guess
a remote.
People might have a TV remote that has a joystick. I don't, but some person might.
I'm sure. I guarantee somebody has the program something so they can use their.
Yeah, at least one person.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, no, there is supposedly a Helldivers movie coming from Sony, and my air quotes say that it's been confirmed, which is pretty crazy. We even have a director. We even have a writer of the script. We got Justin Lin to direct. He famously did Star Trek and Fast and Furious. I don't know if that's all the Star Treks. I'm going to pull that up when I get looking here.
Let me see if I can find that for you.
Yeah, and then thank you. And then for the writer, we got Gary Doberman, who famously did It. Again, just one It. I don't know if that's all of them or not, but and I'm assuming that's not the TV show that's going on right now.
No.
And also the Conjuring Universe films, which is some big ass franchises in there. I feel like it makes sense to have some well-knowns, especially, looking at the director's plethora of work amongst those two. It just seems like there's good level of humor as well as action involved, and that's kind of exactly what I would want out of a Helldivers movie. I wouldn't want it to be, somewhere, in some universe, there was maybe just some crazy character-driven, Oscar-nominated script of like in the Helldivers universe. But for just the first project, like no, I want to be basically a Starship Troopers knockoff, which I always thought. I feel like knockoff has given it too much of a negative to it. But first time I played Helldivers, it just seemed like it was in that magical element that is Starship Troopers. There's just certain. I don't even know what you would describe it as, whether it's like the humor or just like the style. It's just like patriotic and I don't know how else.
Core.
Yeah. I don't know how else
core.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Just all like the propaganda, like join up for the Earth Defense Force. Like that whole shebang is it's such a great combination of action and comedy. So as soon as I like booted into Helldivers and they have that great intro cutscene, like it's just make a movie out of this. That this would do so well. I feel like the game is just blown up. So the popularity is there for demand. I feel like it would do pretty decent numbers, but we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, what do you think about this? Kind of just first off the cuff.
Yeah, actually, can you? Because I forgot to Google this, but can you look up like just box office wise how Starship Troopers has done? And I feel like there's probably at least 2 of those, right? Like, is there a series?
Oh
of
man,
them?
there's many.
Is there a bunch? Okay.
I always thought there was 2, but let me get a total number here.
Yeah,
there's definitely at least like 3.
Oh, okay.
3, maybe more.
Yeah, because I'm curious about that. I mean, yeah, it is funny that this, because I still have never seen Starship Troopers, but obviously everyone always says Helldivers is just that knockoff of that in concept. So this feels like a funny game of telephone now, where it's like there's Starship Troopers and there's a game that kind of knocks off the idea of that, and now we're doing a movie which is just copying the game, I guess. So it just feels like I don't know, the following that chain, that line is pretty straightforward in this sense. So like obviously it's proven that it can work before in a movie format, which is something that we always debate when it comes to video games and translating them to movies. Is games are typically a lot longer than movies, so it's like, how do you take this story? Do you just take the world and like extrapolate a new story out of it? Do you try and condense that? Do you go for a TV show route because then you have more time to flesh out these characters? What kind of changes do you make? But this one, even though it's a game that has a lot of content in it, it takes longer than one movie's length to play through it all. Obviously, the formula's been done before, and there isn't really much of a story in Helldivers 2 anyway. It's more just like set dressing and like setting the scene. So you kind of can just easily fill in, create some characters, actually give them names. They do some story. They got to go take out the big mother hive thing on this planet core or whatever. There's a couple smaller missions on the way. It just writes itself. It's like pretty easy. So I think I don't really care about this personally. Like I haven't seen Starship Troopers obviously, so maybe after I see that, like, oh, I can't wait to see like a new version of that pretty much through Helldivers. But even like I like Helldivers too. I'm having a good enough time with it, but it's not one that I get excited for as like, oh man, I can't wait to see that on the big screen. I think it is interesting. Like obviously this game was huge, a big deal for Sony, and it wasn't a first party game. It was like a second party game for them, but they're obviously, this is coming from them. So they're kind of promoting this into a movie status. And yeah, I don't know, I guess when I look at a bunch of other Sony things, maybe there's other properties I'd be more excited to see turn to the big screen, but also Uncharted already happened. Horizon's getting a show. Death Stranding's getting a show. God of War is getting a TV. It's hard for me to remember if these are shows or movies anymore, but I just feel like there's other things I would rather see. Like, give me an animated Ratchet and Clank movie. I'd be more interested in that. Maybe that's already happened. I don't even know. But like, I feel like there's other IP that I would find more interesting for me personally, but I do think this is... Okay, well, actually, do you have the box office for those things now?
Yeah, I do. For the first movie, which was considered a box office disappointment.
Okay, that's kind of what I expected, maybe.
Worldwide gross, which was $121.1 million off of a $105 million budget. So barely scratching the surface there. Definitely not doubling, which is kind of what you want to see for marketing-wise. And I didn't know this at all, but... there's quite a few like video games for Starship Troopers. Like I knew about like the RTS and stuff like that, but there's just a lot of Starship Trooper content out there. So there's the movie, which was inspired off of the book. The book released 1959.
Oh,
the original movie,
cool.
Which I think is it's just fantastic. Highly recommend you watch it. Came out in 1997. It's just Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
and I thought there was like multiple projects afterwards. Not so much. There was...
I mean, I guess it makes sense. If the first one didn't do well at the box office, then
that's actually a good point.
You don't usually get a sequel.
No, you're 100% right. It's just because like the cult following of it makes me think that these movies were just massive.
Yeah.
Like the Star Wars of their time. Clearly not the case. But so the first one came out, and then television film, which I think that's just released on TV. It came out in 2004. Starship Troopers 2, Hero of the Federation. I think they brought back the same chap. Maybe not. I don't remember his name. But a couple different characters that were like removed. So I think I'd seen that one maybe once, but no more than that. And then direct to video, we got Starship Troopers 3, which definitely has the main chap in there from the original, which is kind of funny. And then that came out in 2008. And then another direct-to-video, which is Starship Troopers Invasion, came out in 2012. And then another direct-to-video, which was Starship Troopers Traitor of Mars, 2017.
So they really are spamming them, but it's been a long-ass time since there's actually been one in theaters. And so obviously the box office and the theater experience is a lot different than it was back in 97, I think you said it was. So how do you think this is going to do? Like, is this going to be a big success? Are they going to go for A-list stars to be your main squad? Like, what's the strategy here? And does this actually, like, is this profitable for them?
Yeah. I imagine we will see, like, a big name. I'm not going to say an A-list star, but just someone that we really recognize that would just fit in that action hero role. I mean, Sony... Just thinking about Sony projects, like they've just, say what you will about the quality of the films, they usually have just big names in their movies, whether it's the Letos of the world, Aaron Taylor Johnsons of the world, Dakota Johnsons of the world,
Tom Hardy's of the world.
I won't forget you, buddy. So I don't think they would do a no name, even though like that's probably the best, because then you could just be a little bit lower on the budget, because I imagine they're still going to have some big budget prices in the movie for just like big exploding bugs and all that jazz. Helldivers.
Who's like I'm trying to think if there's like an actor that I know is like a big gamer. I feel like Jack Quaid. Is Jack Quaid a gamer? Like I could see him popping in.
Probably. He's kind of a young guy, right? He's around our age, I'd imagine. Yeah, that's probably a good guess. I mean, Henry Cavill is like the biggest of the gamers, but he's of course attached to his Warhammer 40K project.
He could be a good fit because he's not doing much these
similar
days.
Starship Troopers and like the Space Marine guy, like it just seems like very similar type of project. You think he would do Space Marine and then also Starship Troopers?
Sure, why not?
It's not even called Starship Troopers anymore. I'm getting roped into all this history. Helldivers, there you go. I'm sure he's played some Helldivers.
You got to take a bag when you can get a bag sometimes in Hollywood,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's not doing Witcher, so maybe he just wants to do video game stuff, and yeah, we'll go there. I'm totally down to get Henry Cavill in there. I love that guy. That'd be a great fit also. I don't know, though. I feel like you go probably not this guy, but like just someone that's really that same energy, which is, of course, the I was gonna say the great, but the blue Jake Sully. Don't even remember his actual actor's name right now. But just that type of actor where you just look at him and be like, oh man, that guy in action movies. Put it on me. Whatever that means.
Generic, boring, good-looking white guy.
That's who you want as your Helldiver. I mean, you don't have to be a white guy. You can diversify, but a recognizable face, but not like such a name that it's like, holy fuck, about, we got Leo in here.
Yeah, what if because obviously the director here, Justin Lin, and I was looking at Fast and Furious, he's done like half of them, so that's like a lot. So what about that crop? Like, I feel like a Michelle Rodriguez could actually crush in a Helldivers movie.
Get her in there. Oh, absolutely, get her in there. I would, absolutely. I don't know about a lead, but like I want her in like the crew.
Yeah, just because I feel like you probably have a crew of like 4. Like I think it's more ensemble than like following one person. But also a lot of people are probably dying off just randomly throughout this. But you probably have a core 4, I would think.
You need your cannon fodder. Who else do you get in there? You Danny Trejo in there, as
I feel like they'll go younger, although I don't know how old Michelle Rodriguez is. Like she could be like 30, but she's probably like 63. I don't know.
She's 47.
Okay. I was so off in both directions.
She looks amazing. She looks young. Yeah. Who else do you got from the Fast franchise? Not
I'm just looking at the cast, the most recent one. I mean, Charlize Theron was apparently in there, but I don't know if she would be a good fit. I don't want Vin Diesel. John Cena. I feel like that's like his style of humor. I think John Cena. Would be good. John Cena would.
And everything.
Yeah, but does he cost too much money? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Let's go to Fast 6. Who is in Fast 6?
Now I'm just thinking of bigger names. I'm trying to think not too big, but just recognizable face. Let's give that a Google.
I mean, Jack Black's in every video game movie, so maybe he's in there.
He's going to be the lead.
I feel like yeah, I need to know who more like gamer people are, but I feel like there's some potential here from this crew that we've just kind of mentioned here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I got one more name. I just forgot the actor's name, but I know what he's in. I don't know how well he would fit. I mean, the movie has kind of goofy humor, and he would fit. But I know he is a gamer. I'm going Ben Schwartz in here in the Helldivers.
Okay, I could see that as well.
Universe.
Yeah,
he could be not necessarily a Helldiver. Maybe he's a poorly qualified Helldiver, but I just feel him more on like the propaganda side, just like roping people in to sign up for democracy.
Give me a James Marsden too. Just get the Sonic boys in there in general. I think that could work. Jim Carrey,
as well. He's in there. He's playing a bug or something. He could be like on like the Terminator guys, like the robots, basically just Dr. Robotnik, but just like the voice of a machine. Have you fought the robots yet or no?
The voice of a machine. Yeah. Wait, who do you want as the voice of a machine?
Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's the vibe for this. No.
Might be too expensive also.
There's like a certain humor here that's different than Jim Carrey, I think. But I could be wrong. And he's obviously a great actor. He's got a lot of potential. But I do think that the combo here, Justin Lin seems like a really good director choice for this. Obviously, big budget action movies, cool. It's right up. Star Trek is obviously similar sci-fi kind of energy going on there. And then the writer, yes, obviously like has done Conjuring universe stuff. So different, more horror vibes. I think you do want there to be some horror. Like there is a horrorness, a scariness to Helldivers, right? When there's just thousands of bugs crawling around you. But obviously, I think you want that humor side as well, that tone. I don't know if he's got that side of it, but I feel like most Hollywood writers could probably poop out a pretty decent Helldivers script. Yeah. So I think this seems like a pretty good duo to me to come up with like a pretty solid enough movie. I think the big thing will be the stars, because I think behind the camera it seems like they've got pretty solid crew here. But I'm curious to see what they get for whether they go for the A-listers, if they have the budget for that, or if they have to go for like the lower crop or something. We'll see what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. regardless, though, I am interested in the IP enough to want to go watch it. And I mean, I'm also a massive Starship Troopers fan. I feel like that's a big reason why I even got the game in the first place.
Yeah.
Was that reason? So, yeah, exciting stuff. Hopefully, it's a really solid video game movie. You know, those we're getting more video game movies than we did at the birth of this podcast.
Oh yeah,
it used to be few and far between, but I like that we're getting more. I'm not going to say to the quality of them, but we're getting more. So
yes, specifically from Sony, they're spamming this stuff. They also had Until Dawn this year, which we didn't mention, but yeah, like they're just they're crushing it with crushing it with quantity. I don't know if I'll go quality, but
I'm like, Until Dawn. Oh yeah, right.
They're making stuff. Yeah,
they are making stuff. That's the first step in making a golden nugget of a film, is just putting it out there.
Yeah, you can't make a good movie if you don't make a movie.
That's very true.
That's what I always say.
But you can make a bad movie, so take that how you will. Anything else on Helldivers?
No, nothing else for me.
All right. Well, we're gonna keep mosey on over into another violent sphere. Which have you ever heard of the franchise Kill Bill, Dylan Muss?
I've heard rumors. Yeah.
You've heard rumors of it. Well, if you heard concrete rumors, there's 1 and 2. There's 2 movies, Kill Bill 1 and 2. Yeah. And we might be getting a third, aka Kill Beatrix, which is possibly in development. Definitely not confirmed here. But the theory would be that it's directed by Robert Rodriguez, and as of this time, it's unknown if Quentin Tarantino would write the script. We got a little C tier bracket in there, so take that with a grain of salt, if you will. But I'm just gonna throw it over to you. What do you want this at all?
Yeah, I'm not really a Kill Bill fan. The first time I watched those movies was with the retrospective, and I'm glad I finally did knock them out because going through that retrospective, watched all the Tarantino stuff I hadn't seen to that point. Just not my cup of tea. Like, even just in general, that genre of movie is not really my spot. There are solid movies, but like we did the retro, I watched them each, once for that retro, and I haven't watched them again and don't really have any pull to, which is too bad because obviously people love those movies and usually people have them pretty high in their Tarantino rankings, but it's just not really my cup of tea, unfortunately. So to see that it's coming back, I mean, I'm happy for people because, people love this series, this world. But yeah, I also, we'll see, because Quentin Tarantino, even if he isn't writing the script, I imagine he's at least a producer. He's in the works for it. And I continue to just be annoyed with him and his whole 10 movie thing. And he's just it seems like he's trying to do anything to just not make movies at this point. He's just like, well, this doesn't count if I produce a new Kill Bill movie and I write this script or whatever. I don't know. We'll
sound just like him.
Yeah, I could probably work on an impression of him. I feel like I have that in me. I feel like
I think so. I think there's some spirit.
I feel like I have the same facial structure. I have the big chin like he's got, and so I feel like I could pull off a Tarantino impression. But
you're trying to fuck me.
yeah, he's kind of got it's a tiny bit nasally, a little bit squirrely, right? He's a weird guy.
He is a weird guy.
In a good way sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. So that's a little conjecture. We don't know if this is real or if he's involved. I mean, he's involved to some extent, right? In the fact that he owns the IP, I imagine. But we'll see what happens there. In terms of Robert Rodriguez, so obviously they work together in the Grindhouse stuff, right? They did Machete or whatever, and Death Proof, and I don't know. I've only seen Death Proof out of that whole crop of whatever weird little stuff they're making in that era. But obviously they've worked together before. They're a good combo. Rodriguez, looking at his recent IMDb, it's not stellar stuff. He's been doing a lot of, I don't know, nothing too exciting lately, but obviously he's got some good potential. Maybe has the good visual thing. And if QT gives him the rights to this, I trust that it was a good call, I guess, creatively. Seems like a good fit in that way, even if the stuff I've seen from him maybe has a different energy to it. But, this is going to be different than a Tarantino Kill Bill if it does happen, because it's obviously not him directing, maybe not even writing. So kind of just have to be ready for it to be potentially something very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is tricky for me. I I love Kill Bill. I'm just gonna couple them together. As QT would say, they're one movie. I love them. Yeah, just I love the action. I love the acting. The more I watch it, the more I like that movie. Yeah, it's fantastic. We're getting rumors that we might be getting the like the supercut version here in town, which is like
nice.
Both movies spliced together, which I would have to go see because that would just be insane. I've never seen it on the big screen before, so that'd be crazy.
Nice, that'd be cool.
I think it's like 4 hours, 4.5, like something ridiculous like that. But I'm down. I don't think I want this though. I feel like just having a different director and it just being so long from like the previous ones, it would almost feel like the El Camino movie for me, which I love Breaking Bad. It's definitely one of my favorite TV shows of all time. But like that movie was just very fine, and it had some elements that felt like Breaking Bad, but like it's just something different. Like Death of the Outsider to Dishonored. Still really good, but like, I mean, that's kind of a bad comparison because I still really love Death of the Outsider. But you know what I mean? It's like a step 0.5 away. Sure. And I feel like at its best, like best case scenario, that's what this would be. Maybe that's being a little bit too negative on it because maybe it could be like a really, really epic epilogue to that story. But I just feel like in 8 out of 10 universes, like it just doesn't go well, and it's like, oh, why did we even do this? Why did we dig up this franchise to just kind of do that to it? Robert Rodriguez, obviously friends with Quentin Tarantino. I don't think he would like I don't think anyone would go out of their way to like make a shitty project, but I don't know. I feel like there's more situations that cannot go great versus the other way. So yeah, I don't really want this. I kind of would be surprised if it even kind of gets some traction and ends up going through. It just kind of seems odd to me here, and yeah, I don't know. It's kind of all I have really say on it. I don't really want to. I don't have too much to say on it because I just also don't think it's actually going to happen. It just seems like kind of a lower tier rumor, but I don't know. That's my overall thought.
I mean, there's been like rumors of a third one in the past too, right? And I feel like maybe it was like, Tarantino was writing and like not directing or something as well, like back. I feel like that was a few years ago or something. So it feels like it's always kind of bubbling. It's always right there under the surface for some reason out of all of his movies. I mean, maybe this one just makes more sense as like actually having a sequel, whereas most of his other movies just like are pretty definitively closed and a lot of the characters are dead, which is also the case here. But I feel like you could definitely go another direction. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious what this would look like. Do you think it would bring Maya Hawke in the fold now that she's a big star?
Oh, that would be great. I mean, those two look so similar. The two being Maya and Uma. I think Maya is a phenomenal actress for what I've seen of her. Shout out to her in Stranger Things. She was great this season so far. Yeah, I don't know though. I think that's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's fun, but like. That's kind of the most interesting thing about this project is having Maya Hawke don the role of her mother. I don't think they would do that. I don't know. A lot of unknowns. And
I think it would be like her daughter. Like it would literally be her daughter in the movie.
Oh, in the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense because then we could just do like time jumps to this is the bride alive like later on. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would like that more than I dislike it. If that ever happens.
Does she die at the end of the part 2?
She's like bleeding out, but I don't think there's anything definite. I guess I should double check.
Is it ambiguous? It's like the Inception moment? That's how well I know these movies. I've only seen them once years ago when we did the retro.
I should know this. I've seen it.
You should. You
many times. Oh yeah. No, actually, she's alive. Beatrix reunites with her daughter. BB, and they leave to start a new life, and I just unplugged my ear.
Okay.
So now I can't hear anything you're saying.
Okay. I know you can't hear me, but I'm
hearing you now.
Okay. I was like, I don't know how to wheel on this until you go back. Could we age up and the daughter be Maya Hawke? Would that fit based on what the character's like in that movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, now you're selling me on it because now I'm a little more intrigued by this. So maybe my interest level went up a little bit there, knowing that. But I still don't really think it's happening. I don't know. I think I need a little bit more.
I mean, it is C tier, which is
crap. That's what
fiction
C stands for.
It's fiction. Yeah.
Anything else? Kill Bill? I was gonna say something, but I kind of forgot.
No, I think that's all. I feel like we've getting so much whiplash or like Tarantino news lately of like he was making the movie critic. Movie critics canceled. We're getting maybe Tom Cruise is in this. Tom Cruise isn't in this. He scraps that. He's moving on to this other thing. He's doing this. Yeah. He's doing that. He's gonna direct like the Star Trek thing, but that doesn't count towards his 10 movies or whatever the fuck is going on. But this one is like one of the least exciting ones, and obviously it's like a personal thing. But it's interesting to me that also not really that interesting for you to get more Kill Bill. So hopefully it's not in the works, and we're just he's going different directions with his creative works right now.
For sure, I think it's one of those things too, where if like 2 ended on like a cliffhanger, and it also came out like 5 years ago, like I feel like there would still be like some smolder to that candle that's been blown out, but like right now that candle is in your freezer with your Christmas decorations. Like I don't see anything that's going to ignite that, and I don't need it to. Like, just let that candle sit in the freezer, you know? I'm totally fine with that.
Let it ferment in there. Just get nice and crispy. Yeah.
You can't ruin the project if you never touch it again. It's there. It's fantastic.
You can't make a bad movie if you don't make a movie. It's
the truer statement was never said. Okay. If we got nothing else to say, we're going to go to another ad break, I think, and then we're going to jump back into some movie previews. We're back. We're back. All right. I did call them previews, by the way. I kind of like that term. What do you think?
Previews.
Movie previews?
Definitionally.
Is it still like attached to a movie? Like I'm seeing it preview? Like I'm before my movie?
Uh-huh.
So I shouldn't say it here then? I should just keep to the trailer?
I think trailer, because there's like a distinction between teaser and trailer, but I think that'd be cool if that became your thing. Just calling trailers previews. Yeah.
There's something...
It's not wrong.
Innocent about it. I like that term.
It's kind of like when people... It's like, I'm going to go see a movie. I'm going to go see a film. Or then like the pretentious people are like, I'm going to go see a picture. And it's like, everyone can kind of put their own little flavor on it.
Yeah, this picture.
I like using that ironically, but then at some point it kind of becomes unironic, and I'm just being an annoying, snobby guy. But
absolutely. And there's Carl who says going to the cinema, like he's lives over the pond or something.
There's so many different terms, yeah.
There is, absolutely. So for these previews, we got a certain Patreon question to piggyback on with it. We'll get there at the end. But is there any specific spot you kind of wanted to jump in here? Do you want to just crack open that can of tuna and just dive right in, fingers first, right for the middle?
Crack open that can of tuna. I like that. Let's crack open the tuna.
Ooh, it's pungent.
It's smelly, but when you put it on that cracker with a little bit of celery, and a little bit, it tastes good. And that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling about Mother Mary. I'm ready to eat that tuna up. I meant to look this up, but Green Knight. So this is from the director of Green Knight. But my question is, has he done a movie in between Green Knight and now? Probably not, right?
I'm not sure. Green Knight's been a few years now.
David Lowery. I need to remember this guy's name. David Lowery is his name. And
what year did Green Knight come out?
That was 2021. He did a short. He did Peter Pan and Wendy. He did a short. He did 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew.
Oh, okay.
Were those episodes good?
I don't know which episode. I really was iffy on that show. There was 1 or 2 episodes that really stood out to me. So maybe they were his episodes.
Maybe they were. It's all coming back together here. I don't know if this Peter Pan and Wendy thing that came out 2023, and I don't remember hearing much about that.
I think Travis watched it. I think Taylor either was interested or about to watch it.
But I mean, Green Knight, really great movie, super weird and stylish, cinematography, outstanding, vibes, immaculate, right? It's such a great movie. And this trailer for Mother Mary's new one is, it's getting me in that same sort of way where it starts out in one place and it feels like a kind of by the books thing, but the cinematography I thought was great. The certain camera angles there's this one section where the 2 main characters are in this huge like studio. warehouse or whatever it is, and they're like really far across the room from each other, and you start with like just a huge wide shot of actress's name that I can't remember. Plays Catwoman. Hathaway, yeah. You start with Hathaway, and then the camera angle switches, and it's an also similar huge wide shot of the other main actress that I haven't seen anything before. And then we go to like a close up of Hathaway and close up of the other characters. It's almost like they start really far away and just slowly kind of getting pulled into each other. Just little touches like that I thought were really great in here, and it's great if a trailer can do that as well. Just show off like the chops and like the lighting and like the visuals, and like Hathaway's hair is looking kind of weird, which throws me off in like a good way. The trailer takes a turn. The preview, sorry, it takes a turn in the second half where you get into like, this is not a ghost story. This is a song. And it's like, what the fuck does that mean? I have no idea what that means, but I can't wait to find out. I think this looks outstanding. I really, really like the look of this one. So consider me intrigued in Mother Mary, which, yeah, I feel like if you read out like the synopsis of what this is, I don't know if it would be a Dylan kind of movie, but when I was seeing that visual flair to it and some of the acting and like the way these characters are interacting with each other and the chemistry, I'm very much in on this one.
Nice. Yeah, I am not sold on this one yet. I don't think this trailer. I don't know. I think it had all of those things that you listed, but for whatever reason, they just weren't striking me the right way. Like I just wasn't getting a major reaction out of this trailer. Even though while I was watching it, I'm like, this looks crazy. It was reminding me a little bit of like Black Swan, that type of element where like there's like art in there, there's performance, but there's some like really dark shit going on. I imagine there's some freaky stuff in this film. Anne Hathaway in a role that I don't know, I just never pictured her being like a pop star type character. So there's a lot of interesting things in there, but for whatever reason, I just didn't get the reaction that maybe I would have thought I would get. I think this is one though that like word of mouth will really sell me on it because this trailer didn't really, but like if people are just going off about it, like I think it was Anora. I didn't like love the trailers about it, but like just the word of mouth got me really intrigued, and then when I watched it, I absolutely love that movie. So I could definitely see this going that same route. Michaela Cole, Coel, is the other actress in there. I haven't seen her in anything, but I thought she looked really good in this trailer also.
Hunter Schafer.
Oh, I didn't even see Hunter in there.
Yeah, she's in there, but like, it's kind of concerning to me. It was like how she was in, I think it was Kinds of Kindness, right? And it's like, you see her in the trailer, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to see her in this Yorgos movie. And then she's just like, has like two very small scenes with no substance. And I was like, kind of feel like that's maybe what's going on here. Like, I don't know if she's really in this a whole lot or if she's just there to like maybe sell a few tickets or something. But hopefully she has like a notable role, but didn't really show much in this preview.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even see her, so there you go. And I would recognize her face, so that's interesting. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that movie. Don't remember seeing a date on it.
I think it was just like next spring-ish.
Okay. Yeah,
Spring Chicken.
Spring Chicken. Cool. I will go to a trailer that I liked.
Okay.
I'm going to go... Actually, no. I'm going to go Dead Man's Wire here. This is why I took this name, lateral tongue movement. Skarsgård. Bill. There's so many Skarsgårds. I always get them confused. Bill is...
You got both of his first and his last name.
Stellan is the liar. There's... Alexander Skarsgård. He's the Northman.
That sounds right.
I think I just nailed all of them. There's probably one brother that I'm forgetting.
You nailed the Skarsgård trio.
The Skarsgård Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, we need one more. We need one more to fill out that.
I feel like there is another one that I just don't know who he is.
Just put Pennywise on there as a separate.
He's probably casted in the the Helldivers movie.
It's possible. Yeah.
Get a Skarsgård name on the poster, like that would sell tickets. Actually, Alexander Skarsgård in there. I think I'm sold on that now that I think about it. But
get all three of them.
Get all three of them. What is this even called? Dead Man's Wire. Starring Bill Skarsgård, he looks like a very complicated individual that is in an interesting predicament. There's just a lot of moving pieces to this trailer that just has me intrigued. I think there's something about like a live event that has like high stakes that just gets me intrigued. Go check out my September 5 review. I was vibing with that movie, and I feel like there's something similar to that to here. Shouts out to Taylor for knowing the Man on a Ledge movie too, starring Jake Sully actually, which is kind of funny that he's in that one. I enjoyed that movie also, which is probably a really bad movie, but it has that idea of just like something's going on, all the news going on it, and there's some underlying layers of intrigue, conspiracy, complicated just storylines intermingling. I think this movie has it. I think there's just pretty damn big, like Al Pacino's in here. He's got an interesting tie, I would imagine, to kind of the events that was going on. But I just liked what I was seeing, and the excitement was kind of pulling me in a lot more than what let's say like the Mother Mary preview was showing me. But no, I really like this trailer, and I'm pretty darn intrigued. And Bill Skarsgård had some crazy tongue movement in there, and one of the shots, and I feel like I was like half watching the trailer. I looked back, and right when I looked back, he was just doing the tongue thing, and I'm like, whoa, okay, here we are. Let's go.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me because I feel like we had, I think it was last year, we had The Crow and Boy Kills World. Is that what that movie was called?
Yeah, where he doesn't talk, right?
Yeah, I feel like Skarsgård's in like his little freak era here. I mean, I feel like he's always doing weird stuff, but something about those two movies and this are like a trilogy in my mind for some reason. Like,
like
I
his
feel
Grindhouse.
Yeah, like he's getting typecast and like whatever the fuck this is. And honest, I haven't seen those other two, but I did not think this looked good. I thought this looked really goofy, really cheesy, and not in like a good way. I think Skarsgård is so talented, but I think maybe the more and more I see from, and I haven't seen all these movies, so maybe I'm judging unfairly, but I feel like maybe he's just a really good support or a really good villain, and I don't know if he is a great leading man. And I think obviously they're putting him in roles where he's getting to be a weird guy, and maybe that works. So I don't know. Maybe I just got to give these movies a chance. But this trailer at least did not do the trick for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Also, Dacre Montgomery was in here, which I feel like I haven't seen him in anything in a long time. He was a part of my favorite season of Stranger Things when he played the Billy character. And one that I just thought he was going to blow up and just was going to be appearing in everything, which really didn't happen. It's a little bit unfortunate, but who knows? Maybe this will be his big breakthrough movie. I doubt it. It seems like he's a pretty minor role in it, but I digress. You take us away.
Sure. Let's get How to Make a Killing out of the way. So obviously this has Powell and Qualley in it, who are two, top tier movie stars right now. People I like watching on in stuff. Very charismatic, but god damn, what a just lifeless trailer this was for me. Like, I just think it looks so uninteresting, and like somehow they are sapped of their normal charisma. Also, whatever is going on with Qualley's wig in this, no, it's no good. I don't like it at all.
That's a wig right there. That's like Tomb Raider wig.
Yeah, it is. Man, I have not thought about the Tomb Raider wig in like a year or two. That was a good throwback.
One Life for a Million.
Oh my god, I gotta watch that movie again. I probably shouldn't. I should probably just leave it in my mind. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised at how uninterested I was in this based off just that cast of it. But I don't know. I guess there's like an interesting idea here, but it's like, I don't know. Is this trying to be like super funny or super serious? And it feels like it's kind of neither. There's just something in between. So I don't know. I don't think I'll be seeing this. And I feel like both times Qualley like dramatically like leaves the room and says like, "Well, don't kill anyone," or "This is how you make a killing," or whatever the fuck. And it just like does not land very well.
It's like the CSI intro.
Yeah, I don't know. Where are we aligned on this one? Or are we unaligned again?
I feel like we're kind of mixing a little bit. The Venn diagram is meeting somewhere in the middle. I see where you're coming from. I feel like initially it was like a shotgun blast of like Glenn Powell, Margaret Qualley, and then like assassinating members were like just some of the locations too. I'm like, a little bit of Agent 47 vibes here. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of Hitman isms. I'm just thinking about 7 targets that he has to take out when he takes out the one chap on the yacht. It just seemed like a Hitman level to me. But all that being said, the more the trailer went on, I definitely was losing my glimmer. I was becoming a little bit more tarnished, as I'll use an Elden Ring term. I just feel like it's missing some special stuff in there, which it's kind of weird to get that when I have a pairing like Glenn Powell and Margaret Qualley. Like I just feel like them alone, I would just be like, man, star power. Like I need to see this project now. But really, unfortunately, as the trailer was going on, I kind of was losing that. So probably a sign that it'll be very forgettable. But who knows? Maybe it's just a bad trailer.
Possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like interested enough that I kind of want to be sold on it. Like I'm not gonna just completely write it off, but I'm definitely not gonna seek this one out. I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Where are we going next? 2 left.
We got 2 here. I'll save what I think was the shortest trailer to the very end.
Is that one even a trailer? That one might be not a trailer nor preview. It might just be a teaser.
Okay, so then
I don't know.
I guess I'll just go there then. Obsession, is that
okay.
the one? I was kind of surprised Travis threw this in here. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think there was anything here at all to really judge. I didn't know who this actor was. It was like, okay.
You don't like the concept? You don't like the hook?
Do I like it? Do I like it? I don't really know exactly because it's like, I guess that's what the teaser's supposed to do. It gives you a little breadcrumb to make you think about it, like just the very base concept of what you would be seeing through a teaser. I guess it's not something that's been done like a million times, but who knows? Maybe I'll see the trailer and I'll think opposite. So, okay, whatever. It's giving me a positive reading on interest right now. So, I was trying to be hateful, but you convinced me to be honest, and yeah, it's somewhat intriguing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't blame you, right? Like, yeah, this being a teaser, you don't get a whole lot, but for me, it was just introducing like, okay, what is the premise? What is the hook of this movie? And I think it's kind of fun. Like, there's this weird company, seemingly that he has like this weird thing that has fine print on it, all that. It's this thing where they can grant you seemingly a wish, or maybe you can buy multiple of these and have multiple wishes. This guy clearly has wished that this girl, who knows what the connection is. Were they together before? Is it just someone he's been, fawning over, whatever it is? He wishes that she would love him. Probably, I want her to love me more than she's loved anything. Maybe he says something like that when he does his wish. And it seems like it's like just, the movie's called Obsessed. So clearly she's like too intense with it. So he wants to take that and just like dial it down a little bit. So I don't know. I think that seems like a fun concept to me. And obviously, the thumbnail of this is like him all battered and bruised. So like clearly we're going places with this. You're right. I don't know who this actor is, but yeah, I don't know. I like this weird shady company that can grant you a wish. It's almost like the Substance kind of thing, where it's like this just a weird company. You don't know who's on the other side of the phone. Just kind of this mystery of it. So yeah, there's we'll have to see what the actual delivery of this is, the execution of it, but I like the hook of this one. So this trailer, teaser, whatever you want to call it, it worked for me. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, right on. Cool. I have nothing really else to say. I guess I'll judge the next trailer.
Please. Preview though.
Preview. This is definitely not a preview. This was a preview for what it's seen for runtime of the teaser itself. We're going back to Silent Hill here. We're returning to Silent Hill. Have you seen any of the Silent Hill movies? To my knowledge, there's 2.
I've not
double check that.
Nor have I played any of the games. It is a blind spot for me, for sure.
Are you looking to change that? You've been diving through Resident Evils.
I want to play the games, but I don't know if I want to go see a low budget, janky ass movie, Kirkland.
They are ass. I will agree with that.
The CGI not looking good in this trailer.
In
budget,
this modern one,
lighting. Right? This one, yeah, the one we're talking about here, did not do the trick for me.
Yeah, man. I love Silent Hill for what I've researched on what the world is and universe. I played a little bit of the games, but I mostly just kind of experienced the game vicariously through either like a cousin that was playing it that was watching over his shoulder, or just like YouTube deep dives, because I'll just get intrigued by something and just do that. So I And I have seen all the movies, actually. I just Googled and checked. Unless there's some crazy...
straight to DVD, like
I mean, these are straight to
Starship
DVD,
moment?
basically. Like,
Okay.
like there's 2 films. Silent Hill in 2006, which has the great Sean Bean in it. If you...
Sheen Bean.
believe
I
that.
don't even know if I knew that there was actually movies in the past. I feel like that's
Live
totally,
action movies, yeah, with real
crazy.
actors. Kit Harington is in the original also, the great Jon Snow.
Okay, Kit Harington, Helldivers.
Okay, that fits.
Now we're cooking.
That fits.
Now he
And
clearly
actually-
has a thing for video games, maybe.
Oh, and the gingerbeard guy, the wildling. What's his name?
Gingerbeard guy. Wildling.
Wildling, ginger man. Let's see what my Google gives me.
Is this a Game of Thrones guy?
Yeah. Tormund Giantsbane, man, he's a Helldiver if I've ever seen one. Christopher Hivju. It's probably some Norwegian name. Oh, he is Norwegian. Look at that. I'm pretty good with my names.
Sniped. Absolutely sniped.
Yeah, he's a Helldiver right there. Yeah. Getting back to Silent Hill though, because this was in the era too when I was like obsessed with the world. I was like going through all like the lore videos. And I'm like, there's movies. Holy fuck, I gotta watch these movies. Absolutely awful, and it was bad too. I watched the second one, not realizing it was the second one, and then I watched the first one. And like the second one, it made no sense because it's picking up where the first one ended, of course. And like there's a character that's older that returns in the one that's not even called Return to Silent Hill. Honestly, they're both hot garbage. And I had seen these like before podcasts. I think this was like a year before the podcast started. I watched these. I didn't really have a critical eye of movies. I was pretty much vibing with anything. And I really didn't like these. And man, Return to Silent Hill, this looks like a return to form of those previous movies of really bad. I don't know. I don't want to be too pessimistic, but as someone that's like kind of interested at least in that world, I am so uninterested in this movie. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be good. I would be surprised if there's positive buzz. If there is positive buzz, I will probably check this out just because I've kind of...
Fair.
I mean, I've gone 66% of the way through the franchise, so
Trilogy.
might as well,
Round out the trilogy.
might as well round it out.
Yeah, it's
They have the nurse characters in there.
Yep.
Like they have some
iconic
familiar, some familiar iconic villains in here. My favorite part about it was kind of the end of the trailer when the music theme plays, because I feel like Silent Hill is just one of those themes where it just sinks into your bones. And
right.
The atmosphere is something that's just really, really magical in the worst terrifying, just the most terrifying sense. And I didn't really get that out of this trailer. I don't know. I was just overall kind of uninterested across the board. So a little bit unfortunate there, but yeah, that's where I lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, assuming this movie is not that good, just because I feel like the games, like we had the remake for Silent Hill recently, which was really well received. Silent Hill F came out this year. People are loving that game. Yep. Nominated for a bunch of game awards, really popular and all that. So yeah, it seems like the games, after being in kind of a not so great place for like 15 years or whatever, and are finally having a resurgence. It's too bad that like this movie maybe isn't going to continue that streak and raise the brand of it, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we're wrong, but just if your trailer's looking rough visually like this, that's not usually a good sign, but maybe there's time to fix up some of that stuff.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Didn't see a release date on that one, but I wasn't really looking for one.
Maybe next Halloween or something.
Yeah, perhaps. That would fit.
Yeah, I think Silent Hill F came out in October, I think, so maybe they try and do that.
Oh, we'll see.
That's all for me.
Well, that's all we got for previews. So we're going to fly on over to the great Matty Seggs, who dropped us his golden Patreon question. Can you rank the trailers in terms of your excitement for the projects? Are you raring to go on your list?
Yes and no. It's hard because for me there's 3 at the bottom here.
Okay.
That I think
kind of
equally,
the same tier, like if you're doing a tier maker style.
Equally crappy, so it's like I don't know what to do here. But number 1 for me is easily Mother Mary. Talked about that, big hype on that one. Number 2, I'd go Obsession. I like the hook. I'm intrigued. Number 3, oh frick. I guess I'll go Dead Man's Wire. I guess I'll go Dead Man's Wire. Maybe that's the third most hype one. I'll go How to Make a Killing number 4, just because Quali's in there, even though she has a weird wig. And then Silent Hill. Sorry, video game movie, but you're at bottom of the heap for me. So that's going to be my number 5.
Yeah. Completely fair list. I'm going to start bottom up, methinks, here.
Okay.
I just kind of realized how low tier these trailers kind of are, honestly.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm looking at my bottom, and it's kind
Not
of
the finest harvest this week.
Not the finest harvest by any means. I'm gonna go Return to Silent Hill right dead last, and
Nice.
then just
Where it
above that, I guess I'm gonna go How to Make a Killing here.
We're tied.
Obsession was lower, but you kind of opened my eyes to it. You kind of made me think about the plot a little bit, and
Nice.
I like wanted to just hate on it, but then you're like, well, isn't it intriguing? And I'm like, well, I kind of have been thinking about that concept. So yeah, I like, because of the trailer, not just in general, make someone love you. But, so yeah, I guess it'd be Return to Silent Hill, How to Make a Killing. I'll go Obsession here, and then Mother Mary, and then my favorite being Dead Man's Wire.
Dead Man number 1.
That one had me
okay.
juicing. That one had me going in the right flow directions. Didn't know what to say there. So
No, that was
yeah.
beautiful. I loved it.
Maddie, give us your list. What do you think about these trailers, man?
Yes.
Are you excited for these?
Yeah.
Are the Indianapolis Colts going to win the Super Bowl this year? Let us know, Maddie. That's his
That
team.
I
if
don't
you
know
didn't
the answer to.
That's his team.
Hidalgo
My
might
team's
know.
definitely not.
'cause
I think
he
I'm down a
was-
pizza also. I think it's all but confirmed now. I'm going to be officially owing
Okay.
Travis a pizza because my team
Yeah.
sucks donkey balls, and we are not
Donkey
going to be making the
balls.
playoffs this year, unfortunately. But hopefully Travis doesn't hear this part. So there you go.
He will. He hears everything.
He really does. He probably just woke up. They spoke about me. Just sleeps in his fucking coffin like he's Nosferatu.
Whoa. Jesus.
There you go. Just wiener
Kirkland's words,
out.
not mine, Travis.
Anything else to say on this fine second day of the December?
No, this, not the most crazy topics, but I think we managed to cobble together a pretty fun discussion here. And the standing definitely changed the vibe. So the first, I would say, a good, successful first standing cast.
When you're playing the only game I'm thinking of right now is like Diablo 2. You're playing Diablo 2, you got your run mode going, and you run out of stamina and your character can't run anymore. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm starting to just my vertebrae are starting to compact a little bit, and I'm just
Jesus, yeah.
I'm just getting ready to sit down here pretty soon. So definitely couldn't do a 3-hour episode standing. Hour was kind of pushing it. I think right at the 59-minute mark, I was kind of looking for my chair, but I was motivated. I was staring into your eyes, and you held me up when I wanted to sit down. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being on this standing adventure with me.
Absolutely.
Dylan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tune in next time. Check out I was going to say check out the schedule for the next episodes, but that's what I do. Keep your eyes on the feeds. Everything you need to know, links down below. We love you. See you later. Bye-bye.